All right, so this is Slashie's Midnight Coding Sessions number 5. We are going to be working on Emerald Woods, wrapping up a new version. The plan is to have a release candidate for this version tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. Um, Basically, it's not probably not going to be as exciting as yesterday because we're not going to work on a huge or cool feature like adding the ability to lure animals into your farm, or maybe not initially. I mean, it's going to be 1 hour, so let's see how that goes. But yeah, initially we're going to do these 4 tasks. They're pretty small. They are on the tracker, so we have a lot of stuff to do because we do want to do a lot of things on Emerald Woods. Um, but yeah, we are constantly working on refining the backlog so that it's something that we can handle, I guess. Anyways, let's start with the first one. So we got this. Before going to sleep, if sleep is going to cause starvation, warn the player. So it's kind of a usability improvement. Um, let's see if there's anything else to comment. Now we're fine. So the check when we go to sleep. Huh. I think let's start looking at the player class. Sleep, player action sleep, take a nap. There should be, yeah, take a nap, trigger sleep. So I actually have been thinking a lot about this because I was considering that I had to add some kind of sheltering. And I believe it's going to be an important part of the game, like looking for shelter, making a small um, kind of, yeah, shelter, or just creating a small house in a cabin, or just going to a cabin and sleeping there. But that's going to come later, not for now. For now, what we want to do is right now, when you go to sleep, you enter a sleep mode. And then if you wake up, when you wake up, if you're starving, then you're going to get this. So what's the issue here? Even when you are sleeping, you are consuming food. So maybe you are not starving when you go to bed, but you sleep for 7, 8, 9 hours, and then you continue eating in your dreams, I guess, feeding your body, um, and then this may happen. So we need to like kind of before going to sleep, make sure that uh, we are not going to be starving when we wake up. So hunger. We need to see how many hours we are going to sleep. I'm not sure if there's a way to know for sure about that. So when do we wake up? Recover movement, faint turns. Faint turns is the number of turns that we're going to sleep. Um, so when is recover movement called? Recover movement is called if we are not fainted, we can act. If not, this happens. And basically what happens here is it's we're passing turns very quickly. Ending the turn, faint turn time. So every turn has some hours, takes some hours. Um, in here is when we start sleeping. So for how many turns we're going to sleep depends on this. And there's some randomness here, especially if we are not taking a nap. So if we take a nap, there's also some randomness. So I think we gotta take like the higher um, boundary here. Um, so something like this. So we're going to need a private function that gets the sleep max sleep time, and it returns a number. And we're going to use this. So sleep hours is going to be is dot max. No, not really. No, this is going to stay like this. We're going to copy a bit of the logic here. So if current time, we're going to also copy this current time. Current time is over 7 and under 5 p.m. So basically, if we're taking a nap, then max sleep time is 2.5 hours. Else, it depends. If we are comfortable, it depends on whether we are comfortable or not. Or does it? No, I don't think it does. The sleep hours. Max sleep hours. Oh, let me put some music to make this streaming more bearable. So we're going to go to Quiet Gecko's SoundCloud. And I hope, so Quiet Gecko, you know, he's my pal who makes a lot of sounds for many of my games. I mean, our games, of course. But the problem is that he's got a cover of Mega Man X, and then I get some copyright call because of that. So we're going to just make sure that that doesn't play. Let's see. I wish he had some of this one is the problem. I don't know which one I can like freely stream. I wish he was here to tell me, but he's not. So let's play one that has the. I'm wasting some valuable time here, but music is important for game development. I'm going to play. Actually, hold on. Let me do this. I'm gonna put some ambient music from Rainy Day. Rainy Day. Wrong game. Oh, we have two notifications. Two new followers. It's currently muted. The pro. I cannot control the volume. I hope it's fine. If it's too loud, just let me know. Actually, maybe it's too loud. So let's fall back to this other plan. I'm going to edit all this out in case I even upload this somewhere. Number 4. Number 4 from Quiet Gecko. All right, let's continue coding because that's why we are here. Okay, so max sleep hours is going to be this and or this depending on the current time. And then, oh, we do need the comfortable. So max sleep hour is going to be, we're going to sum the upper boundary. And again, we sum the upper boundary here. So comfortable, keep that as a parameter as well. Then it cannot be a property, but no problem. Right. This is going to stay like this. And then this is going to tell us how many hours you can possibly sleep if you go to sleep, depending on what time of the day it is and how comfortable you are. And then again, let's look for take a nap, the prompt. Is safe to sleep. In here, sleeping comfortably or not. We're going to add another prompt. So max sleep time, we're going to store that in a variable. Is this get max sleep time comfortable? Then how much food we're going to consume. So this is in hours. The food consumption, I wonder where that is. Okay. Const required food is XX. Say max sleep time plus. I think there's a variable for that. A constant actually food. No. Cost. So something somewhere. Uh, anyways, wake up. Wake up. Recover turns. Recover movement. End in turn. So end turn. If it's a nap, every turn is 300 minutes. Oh, that's just how quick turns pass in timeout. Not that important for our case right now. So end turn. How many hours passed? Check hunger. Check hunger. Hunger per hour. So how many hours passed that? Because check hunger, what it does is just check if you're starving and damage you if you're starving. But what we need is hunger increase per hour. Uh-huh. So this is the food that we're going to need. And how to know how much? Where? Right. You don't eat automatically in this game. I get a confusion because in Nova Mundi you do eat automatically, but in Emerald you don't eat. Oh! Stop it! Stop that music! Don't cause our audio to get muted. Stop, Mega Man X music. We don't want you. Uh, I need to set up, like seriously, some list that can play safely. Anyways, uh, yeah, in emerald woods you don't eat automatically. So we need to get, what do we do? No, actually it doesn't matter because we cannot eat while we are sleeping. What we need to do is check that the current hunger is over all that consumption that is going to happen. So if this dot hunger dot current is, so when it's actually like the logic is inverted. So when you get hungry, you recover hunger. It's weird because that's like counterintuitive, but when you get hungry, you recover hunger. So this is kind of the no, it's actually correct because hunger is increasing every time. So what we need to check is that it will not increase to the full value. It's weird, but yeah, it's something like this. It's remaining, maybe. If the remaining hunger is less than the required food, it means that we're going to have a full hunger when we wake up, I think. So, yeah, something like this. So if this happens, we're going to warn the player. Because, I mean, if he doesn't have food, he cannot do much. But if he can do, then we send another prompt, something like this. You are going to be hungry when you wake up. Are you sure? And if he is sure that he's going to want to sleep, and then yeah, have an uneasy sleep, then we go to sleep. Else we do nothing, and I think the way that this prompt function works is that it receives an on yes callback. I think so. Let's go to the input module and let's look for the prompt function. Oh, it has a no callback, but I believe it's optional. If there's a callback, then it calls it. If not, it does nothing. In this case, it's fine not to do anything because we're just going to change the input mode out of prompt and he will be able to continue acting. So we need to do something here. We need to add a function to this stat class. It probably already exists for the remaining value. No, there's not. So let's add it, remaining. It's a number, and it's going to be this dot max minus this dot current. So there's max and current max. I think current max will be more correct. So remaining, and then here we're going to use remaining as a function. And the only thing that I've got here is a maybe. You may be hungry when you wake up. Because yeah, maybe he will not be. Because we're like going to the upper boundary of the sleep time. It's the max of sleep time, but it may be a bit less than that. I'm trying to see if this should be a minor or equal to. So No, I think it should be fine. If it's equal, then let's play it safe. Yeah. Okay. I think this should work. Let's review the changes. So we got no changes yet because we haven't saved. Mm, so we got this. We got a semicolon added here. And we have here in the trigger sleep function, we are checking the max sleep time, the required food, and if the remaining hunger is less than or equal to the required food, uh, then we show the confirmation again. Calculation for the max sleep time, and there's some error here. That's what you need to double check what you are doing. Max sleep time. Okay, got it. And then we just added this here. Current max. Okay, got it. Save all. Already should have refreshed. So let's check the game. We're going to create a new game. We're going to open the console to check for any errors. And let's go. We need to go to sleep. Um, let's go to sleep immediately. Like take a nap. Yes. Our hunger is still okay. It's going up, but very slowly. Maybe make it go, make the time pass quicker by doing something that takes a lot of time, like chopping a tree. Already afternoon. And that gave me an idea. I'm going to take note of that because ideas are important. On tree dwelling animals when chopping down a tree. Um, okay. Just putting some note here. It's not working very good unless I use this, but I'm smaller. No, let's leave it like this. Can I move this thing? I cannot. Never mind. Go away. Gotta improve the overlay. I actually had some plans for that, but I think it's important for today to close the new version of Emerald Woods. Anyways, let's continue. So it's nighttime already. We're a bit hungry. Let's try to take a nap. Actually, let's save the game with G, save game. And let's put some bug. I'm going to stage the changes. Actually, well, that was not needed. Um, debug log max sleep time, and required food, and also hunger dot remaining. Did it save? Game saved. Okay. Disable. It's going to restart automatically. And then we're going to continue the game. And here we are. And we're going to try to nap. No campfire. Sleep anyways? Yes. You may be hungry when you wake up. Are you sure? Because we're going to sleep for 13 hours. And we would need 54 food. And we only have almost 51 left to feel the hunger. So we say no, we don't want to sleep. We go to the cabin where we can sleep more comfortably. See what the results are. Go to sleep. Yeah. If all goes well, we should not be hungry. So yeah, we almost were hungry, but not completely. That kind of makes sense. But let's get a little bit more hungry before going to sleep. I don't know what to do. Let's chop another tree. Be more hungry. Actually, mining takes a lot of time. Okay, now we are very hungry. Let's go. Oh, there's a problem. We are very fatigued. And I wonder if we will be able to reach the bed. We managed to reach the bed. I'm going to just try to take the sleep. Oh, well, that's not. Oh, we only slept for 7 hours. So we needed 28 food. So right now, let's try to do that again. Nap, you may be hungry when you wake up. Are you sure? And that is because we would sleep for 2.5 hours. That will require 10 food, and we have 0.7 remaining. I think it's working. The only weird thing that I'm seeing here is this forced movement, and that's happening here. And I think it should only happen if we actually go to sleep. Um, so trigger sleep. We're going to need an additional private go to sleep. Probably is going to need a comfortable flag as well. And this is going to do the force direction. Like all these go to sleep. And it's going to actually call sleep. Actually, I believe we can reuse the sleep function. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add this logic to set the appearance of the player depending on where he's sleeping. We're going to send the direction here. Probably it's going to cause some, yeah, problems here. Like going to send the direction here and here. Yeah, I think that should be it. Cannot. We will no longer need this. And the reason I am doing this is so that when we are going to sleep, let's go to sleep now because we can check with the nap, like after the nap. So go to sleep, yes. And then try to go to sleep again. Yes. You may be hungry. Are you sure? No. Yes. If you noticed, I did not move into the house, into the bed. You may be hungry when you wake up. Are you sure? Yes. You sleep as you need. I warned you, but you did not pay heed. Okay. So that's that. Let's include the debug calls there, and also this refactor is important. There you go. Prompt the player for confirmation when going to sleep and will wake up starving. Okay, that was the first item here. It's now done and it's going to be released on 2.13. Waypoints are remembered even after being destroyed. Okay. Waypoints. Player at waypoint. So the player has an array of waypoints. And I think we never remove stuff from this list. Yeah, it's not that critical, but let's fix it. The problem is that we add a waypoint when the level has a list of waypoints already. When a waypoint is destroyed, we want to remove it from both the memory of the player, but also from the level. And the waypoints are assigned. Let's see who assigns the waypoints, who adds the waypoints to the level. When the recipe has a waypoint, then we add it. I think that's so tricky because it's kind of detached from the what's the name? From the item. So you know what's happening here. We do have waypoints. We can use orient O to change waypoints. Currently, we only have a single waypoint, which is this thing. But if we craft a fireplace, we'll have another waypoint. When we destroy a fireplace, we want to remove that waypoint. I think we should work from that trigger. That should be like the starting point. So where do we destroy world objects like a fireplace? So if we go to the player class, no, to the item class, you can chop them. Item.class. And if there is an item and it's choppable, then we chop the item. If there's a flooring, if there's a tile, but right now we only care about the items that are choppable. So there's a chop item, we damage the tile on the level. Level dot damage tile. So the HP or the resistance left for the item is stored actually in the level. And if it's destroyed, then we remove it and clear up that stat. Jacks down the fireplace. And if, okay, so we need to do something like if the item def waypoint or something like that. We're going to check that. Maybe we will need to add that is waypoint or creates waypoint. Yeah, is waypoint. Then we need to remove the waypoint there on X, on Y. And not only that, we also need to remove it from the player. That, so you had an add waypoint, you also need a remove waypoint. It's not that bad, just these three things. Now, we need to go to the item data in the data sheets. And we need to go to the world objects. So let's look for that fireplace thing. I don't see it here. Fire. Let's go to the crafting sheet. Campfire, okay. Campfire item. Here it is. What do you have of special? You're fixed. You're a table because you can, the player can put stuff on top of the fire, of the campfire. You're solid. Do you have any reaction? You are a light source. Here can cook on top of you. When chopped, you're choppable. When chopped, you get transformed into a flintstone. Yeah, you need a special attribute. We're going to add it is waypoint. We're going to make it true for this, true. And we're going to again open our good CSV to JSON converter. We're going to set up the output option so that the top level property name is data and we do not output empty values. We're going to copy all this CSV data all the way through here, paste it in the input section, and we got this. Gonna copy that into the world objects JSON format document and confirm. Yeah, all was to add this. Okay. Now, we are covered for this first thing. We actually do need to add it to the type. So is waypoint. It's a boolean. It's going to come here. And these two are easy. Just adding the remove waypoint to the level and to the player. So let's go to the level first. Add waypoint, remove waypoint. And we are probably fine to delete that object there. Yeah. I also need to, let's see how this works. Yeah, we're also going to have to handle the case where there are no waypoints at all. But yeah, we'll get to that, because for the level, I think it's just this. For the player, on the other hand, at waypoint, it's a bit more complex. So remove waypoint. And actually, when we add a waypoint, we are adding the entire waypoint object. I think we do have access. We can get the waypoint from the level before destroying it. Like waypoint is level dot get waypoint at on x on y. Then that's what we want to remove here, because for the player, is there a waypoint class? I don't think so. We can just remove. No, we need to find it and remove it from the array. The consecutive is not going to matter much anymore, because we're going to just discard that object. If the current waypoint for the player was the one that we are removing, then we no longer have a waypoint. We also need to add an additional attribute to the waypoints that are generated by the player. You know, when we call add waypoint in here, it's a string, and it's going to be destroyable. Destroyable boolean, and that thing is going to go here. And the reason for this is we don't want the player to remove waypoints that are like fixed in the map. Yeah, because we're sharing that. It's like the same system for player generated waypoints and for waypoints that were placed procedurally. So before removing it, yeah, if the waypoint is destroyable, then we do this. If not, yeah, this is a way to prevent the player from creating some issues there. Anyways, player remove waypoint, so we're going to need to find that index. Similar to what we do here. What happened there? Okay, remove waypoint. This dot waypoints dot index of waypoint, and then we're going to splice it. Splice it. And then we don't care about the consecutive. We just need to make sure that we are not there's going to be an issue here. Do not account for consecutives to be for weapons to be Yeah, even this single change that was meant to be like simple is not that simple, because the next waypoint that we create, we are just using the length of this for the consecutive. I think we can just reassign the consecutives. No, but that may be confusing for the player. Hi, Camilo. Thank you for dropping by. And yeah, sure, I'm going to post that on my YouTube channel as well, probably. Or if not, well, you can always see it on Twitch. So yeah, thank you for dropping by. Um, I think we will have to start this some other way. And that actually changes here. So it's going to be a new attribute for the player. Current or next waypoint in consecutive is going to be plus plus. Yeah. So that way we don't depend on this. And we can safely remove this from here. And this doesn't matter. And we need to add that attribute. Waypoint, next waypoint, consecutive. So let's add that to the small player class. Private is a number. Since it is a consecutive, it's going to start at 0. Okay. So is that it? This assumes that we're reusing the same waypoint objects for the level and for the player, which I think we are. Yeah, we are. Good. This should be it. So let's enable. Oh, what's this? Get waypoint. It doesn't exist yet. Level. Yeah, this is private. Yeah, which is it's okay because we can get waypoint in these coordinates, and we can safely. Actually, it's an index. It's not a two-dimensional array. It's just an kind of dictionary. So we can just return this. But it's better for it to be private. When we add waypoints in the building maker, they are not destroyable, which is good. Actually, I wonder something. That first waypoint that we add, no, that's the cabin. That's fine. Even if we destroy that first fireplace campfire, it's not going to remove the waypoint, but I believe that that's okay because the cabin is still there. So start and see. So right now, waypoint number 0 is the cabin. If we click O, we only have that point of reference. Let's get away from the cabin and let's get some what we need for a campfire. We need 2 stone and 3 wood. There they are. Let's build the campfire here. We built a campfire. Now, using O, we can orient to that campfire. or to the cabin. And if I build another campfire, but I need a flintstone, so let me do something for this test. I'm going to go to the scenario and I'm going to get some flintstones and flintstones so that we can test this more easily. There's another cabin there. So there's cabin 0 and cabin 1. And then let's build a campfire here. We have campfire, which is waypoint 2. I think I'm going to change how this is displayed. Yeah. Hmm. Here. Waypoint name. Let's reverse this. Yeah, but that's like a cosmetic change. Anyways, campfire says number 2. And let's build another campfire in here. Campfire 3. Huh? And we are going to go and destroy campfire 2. 1. I no longer have a waypoint. If I hit O, cabin 1, campfire 3, and cabin 0, 1, 3. And then if I make another campfire, I would expect it to be 4. So let's make it. Do we have? We need some wood and also some stone. Wood. This is campfire 4. It worked. Save the game because we added an attribute to the player, but it was a number, so it's okay. But it's better to always check. Game saved. Let's restore and make sure that our waypoints are correct. Okay. Right. Now, just commit that. We don't need the changes here that we did for testing, but we do need this. So we are going to remove waypoints when destroying campfires in general. And that required all these changes. Again, it's very important to review every time. Player currently got this change. Actually, if we stage without saving, did not warn us. What did it stage? The next consecutive and the addition of the destroyable waypoint. That's what we wanted. I'm going to save now. But this is a different change, just the cosmetic change that's going to come separately. And here the waypoints that we place when we are building the world, these are not destroyable. Now this one, let's very quickly test it. It's a UI change. Actually, let's test with the save game that we just created for Campfire to the west. That's better. Lowercase. I hate that lowercase. I think that lowercase is coming from somewhere in here. Campfire. Break campfire. Huh. The description of the waypoint. Alright, waypoint is not a type, so it's very hard to find the references to it. But we know at waypoint they are added when they are added to the world, especially when we add them here. The recipe is the one that has that. So the recipe has a string for the waypoint, and that's the waypoint description actually. So if we go to the recipes sheet, look for the campfire. That's on the crafting actually. Campfire, and yeah, this. Let's just change this. Actually, is campfire the right word? I no longer know. What is a campfire? Yeah, I guess. Beacon. Okay. But let's put it in uppercase. And I'm not going to explore the entire crafting JSON because it's just we're just changing that. So recipes.json, no, crafting.json, and then we're going to look for the campfire, and we're going to uppercase this. Save all. And actually, yeah, these are already created, so it will not work for existing games. But for new games, so yeah, quality of life. Small stuff that you need for the game to work well. So we send that additional change. Make campfire waypoint description start with uppercase. What is this? Put the consecutive of the waypoint before or display consecutive of the waypoint before its description. And we're going to sync that. And I think that's it for today. Today's Slashie's Midnight Coding Session number 5 for Emerald Woods. We're getting closer to wrapping up the new version of the game, which should come soon. Um, Still don't know what's going to happen with Emerald Woods. I feel like we should be launching into early access sometime soon, but I'm not sure when that's going to happen because we already have Nova Mundi in early access. So, but I love working on the game, so eventually it's going to happen. Um, so keep an eye out on the Twitter and on the Discord mainly. Um, if you want to know what's going to happen with Emerald Woods, there are so many plans for it. Um, and hopefully we can create a game that it's really fun to play and different, especially because there's no combat on Emerald Woods, but it's still a roguelike, so it's not a normal farming game. But you can die, you need to survive, but it's not a survival game because uh, you can do a lot of other stuff. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this streaming, and I will see you again pretty soon. Have a great day.